For a Disney cruiser coming to Royal, what are some of the biggest differences they should expect? Besides the obvious things like Royal doesn't do rotational dining, Royal
Yeah.
has a drink package. What are some
Yeah.
of the other biggest differences you noticed?
Okay, so for sure, what I just mentioned, I think like they are much more into like what can they pack on board that's going to thrill and excite people and exhilarate them. Whereas I feel like Disney has classic entertainment, classic theming, very much the characters are involved, where you're not going to get that on any other cruise line. So that is a huge difference, I think, between Royal and Disney. But stepping a little bit further away from just like the general entertainment that's there, or activities, I should say. The food, I personally do think that the food is a big difference. I remember were asking some questions initially when we were having conversations about food being important, and it is important to a lot of people when they cruise. I would never say Royal Caribbean has poor food, but the caliber of the food that's inclusive already with your normal cruise fare is going to be, in my opinion, better on Disney Cruise Line than it's going to be on Royal. Now, that's not to say you can't get really, really excellent, good meals on Royal, because you can. In fact, Royal has way more specialty restaurants and specialty dining, like four times, I want to say, as many as Disney Cruise Line. Disney Cruise Line, most of their ships only have, it's usually only two specialty restaurants, whereas I want to say on Utopia of the Seas, there was like seven. And those are excellent. You do pay a little bit more of an upcharge for those, so that's not a part of your included fare, but they are excellent, excellent meals. And my husband and I, we've done it. We usually don't bring the kids just because they don't appreciate, like they're going to order chicken fingers, So we usually do like a date night or a date lunch, and they have been excellent, excellent restaurants. I want to say we've done like maybe four of the specialty restaurants, and every time we're like, that was really, really good and on par with Disney. But again, it's going to be an upcharge. So food is one factor to take into consideration and to budget for if you do want those specialty meals. Another thing that's really different is the entertainment at nighttime. Both are incredible. They're just different. That's all. Disney is going to give you the classic Disney shows that are based on their films. And so the kids are going to know the storyline. They're going to know the songs. They're going to know the characters. But Royal Caribbean is going to give you entertainment. And again, it depends on the ship that you're on, but they're going to give you entertainment that is not necessarily people that they recognize. And it's going to be things like special dancing. I remember one ship that we were on, one of our favorite nights was like Brazilian dancers, and it was so amazing and cool, but it was so different than Disney. On Utopia of the Seas, they have a water show, which is 100% one of the best onboard experiences I've ever had, because I just could not believe what they were pulling off on that ship. Like performers on high wires, performers spinning through the air above the audience's heads. I don't even know what kind of device they were using. And then there was high diving into a pool where they were doing water effects. I mean, it was like special effect after special effect after special effect. And it was mind blowing. It was one of the best shows I've ever seen. So entertainment is going to be very, very different. But again, I think that ties into like the exhilaration. It's like you're getting something so exciting in front of you, whereas Disney is much more classically themed, just different experiences, both great in their own right. So
Absolutely.